Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I gotta tell you, today is a weird Wednesday. All kinds of bizarre stuff going on. It's what, Alien Day, something like that?
It is Alien Day, and me and Denny's are starting our alien slash Bigfoot slash ghost slash weird shit podcast today.
Oh yeah, that's all going to be going down.
It is, and we got Ryan Beckett coming back in, who started off doing The Bachelor, and then I'm like, hey man, you just want to be on the Alien podcast? People seem to like you. And he's like, yeah man, sure.
So now he's on the Alien podcast.
Really? That's so random.
It's very random. He's like, I really don't know much about that stuff, but yeah, man, I'll give it a whirl.
You might want to check our Twitter. Somebody sent an article. I don't know if it's on one of those legit sites or not. It's on the International Business Times. I don't know if they have any credibility, but the title of the article is All Government and Media Cover-Ups About UFOs and Aliens Will Be Disclosed Soon.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That's what you've been waiting for, Bird.
In a documentary titled Unacknowledged, an expose of the world's greatest secret. Apparently it is this individual, Dr. Stephen M. Gears, his disclosure project.
Oh, yeah, Gears.
Yeah, Gears is good. I do know of Gears.
You do? Okay.
I do.
He's known to
Gears.
be the father of the disclosure movement. He's an alien hunter, yes.
There's a lot of stuff that's out there that I think is very good and credible, but a lot of people just don't give a flying shit about.
Well, here's the thing. There's so much, and with all those movements, I am legitimately fascinated in it, but it's the whole, waiting. It's like I liken that thing with the giraffe birth. It's the same way. Would I like to see a giraffe giving birth? That'd be fascinating to me. I'd love to watch it. But I'm not going to sit there for 3 fucking months.
No, do
waiting
not
for this
make
thing
me
to finally
wait.
drop it. And it's kind of the same thing with all the things that you're doing. Yes, I'm interested in aliens, conspiracy theories, all this kind of stuff. But there's just so much fat on that steak. I mean, honestly, if you could really do a graph of what it looked like, it would be a huge blob of fat and maybe a tiny little piece of meat somewhere in there.
Well, that's my knock on a lot of the newer stuff that comes out. What they're doing is they're just taking old shit and regurgitating it. And you want an update, you want something new. There's one called, it's about the whole Arizona thing. I don't know if you guys know about that. I'm kind of blowing my load for the Alien podcast by giving you this morsel.
Oh, be
Please.
careful. Don't ruin the Alien podcast.
Don't ruin it.
Is that your nice way of telling me to shut the fuck up?
Don't ruin it. Please.
Oh, yeah. It's ruined as soon as I click on.
Give me the morsel. Because see what I want. Here's me with everything in life. In fact, I want to get to a point where I want the cliff notes on everything. I want life as a cliff notes. You know, we were talking about that with social media the other day. And I get this now, and it's so annoying to me because it's so aware after they did that 60 Minutes report of how they design social media. Same people that do games in Vegas, they do social media the same way for that reward system. But I do find things that are valuable for the show. Like I find an event and be like, oh, cool, I didn't know this was going on. That's my reward. So I keep scrolling. 15 minutes go by. I've been like, oh my gosh, I've seen 3,000 posts and I got nothing. I would love to have almost like a daily debriefing where somebody cut through all this shit and said, hey, here's what you got to know. Doon. It'd be like, oh, great. That's awesome. Cut through all the fat. On the same way with the alien stuff where it's like, hey, if there's something really significant, give it to me as fast as possible. Let me watch the video. It's going to blow my mind and I can move about my day.
This is something I highly, if you are into this kind of stuff, I think this is a great documentary that's got some credible stuff on it. It's called I Know What I Saw. I think it's the best alien UFO documentary out there. It talks about that whole Phoenix thing where
that's a weird one.
thousands of people see these fucking ships. I mean, they're hovering over this city.
That one is weird. That's
for
a cool one to
hours.
see.
And then people got video. Nobody can explain it. The government couldn't explain it. They even had the governor at the time say, I don't know what it is. And then he realized he sounded crazy. And then he held a press conference saying, we found the alien and here he is. And they march out an alien in a costume and everyone's laughing at the press conference. People were pissed because they're saying, dude, you saw something. We all saw it.
Well, unfortunately, our society is still to the point where if you think you see something like that, you're discredited as a loon. And I think the best way to be is like, I saw something. I don't have any explanation. I have no idea what that is. And that's crazy. I'd like to know. Don't know. I don't know when I'm going to get an explanation of it.
I'm glad I've never seen anything because I'd be pissed if I was like,
I know.
no, I fucking saw it.
Yeah. Well,
And everybody's like, no, you didn't, you
That's
dummy.
exactly how I feel about ghosts. I have seen some weird shit in my time. Half the audience does not believe a word I say.
And the unfortunate thing, too, is normally the people who see it are the people who really want to see it. And then you're like going, oh, okay.
Oh, it's all like, you're UFO hopeful, you're ghost hopeful, you're high, you're drunk, and my question or my response is, so...
Yeah. Somebody with a nice little nugget here. Kevin, for news, you should check out The Skim. I love it. It's a daily email. You can get the app mini clips of what happened the day before in the news. Love it. And that would be great. You know how the same algorithms that they use on your Pandora and your Spotify, where you're skipping your thumbs up, thumbs down, you know, where it eventually dial into exactly the kind of news that you want. Because, I mean, there is a ton of stuff. And the stuff I go through every single day, even the prep service that has all my stuff ready for me, half of it, probably even more than half.
3/4.
Probably 3/4 don't even care. So even with that, I'd be like going, wow, I wish I could get just that. I'd be done in no time at all. So, I mean, that's ideally what I'd love to have.
I think that's what Ryan Seacrest has. I think he's got a team of people that go through everything.
He does. Oh, yeah. I have a buddy of mine that was his producer, and he was saying
Imagine that. Imagine you have that gig.
Oh, no, on a daily basis.
10 people that work for you that go through all the stuff. They know exactly what kind of stuff that Kevin Ralston likes. They're zoned in on exactly what makes you happy, and they just find it for you and just present it to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's to the point where it's like, yeah, because he's bouncing around from place to place in the schedules like that. He's got someone that is an assistant that says, hey, Ryan, you're going here. Go here. Here's your clothes. Here's your whatever. Get in this car. Go here. Vroom, vroom, vroom. He's, when he's on the treadmill at night, he does a light workout. I'm sure he hates to sweat. And he'll sit there and he'll be going through like the dailies. That's where he goes through the dailies on the TV stuff, kind of gets up on what's happening there, but somebody has that all ready for him. Then in the morning they would walk in, they'd be going, hey, on this segment, you're going to be talking about this. Here's all the notes. This segment, you're talking about that. And as he's being driven to work in the morning, they're going over it. Okay, here's your 6 o'clock hour, segment 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and then boom. And that's how it's all done.
Wow.
All laid out in front of him. Yeah, he just walks through the motions. Everybody does all the setup
fancy.
For him. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. No, they love it. Yeah, there's times where I'm like going, gosh, that would be great, because that's a big part of what we do. I mean, yeah, people are going, man, you guys go in, you work 4 hours a week.
That's hilarious.
And people say that, and we're like going, gosh, I wish. I mean, it's, the breakdown in radio is for every hour you're on the air, it's 2 hours in preparation time. And I'd say that's definitely at least true, because, like I said, during the work week, I don't do anything but work. When I get in on Monday, you work nonstop until you're done Friday night. And it's like you get home, you keep working, you wake up, you work.
For every hour, I mean, sometimes it might even be longer. It could be 3 hours for an hour of content.
Yeah, when you and Denny's are editing stuff.
Yeah, it takes it's
like an 8-hour project.
That 2 minute, that video we did with Buds, that was like a week project, because there's different things you got to line up.
If you combine all of our prep hours together, our ratio is higher than the 2 hours of prep for every hour on the air.
You know, when people,
probably 3.
When people say that now, I'm like, yeah, no, we roll in about 6 o'clock. We leave right at 10. I just give them what they want to hear.
Yeah, but no, I mean, for a Seacrest, that's legit on his radio show. Some people are like that. And I wonder, because I haven't seen Steve Harvey. I wonder if his is a lot the same way, because he's got so many TV projects. I mean, he can't really spend a lot of time. I would imagine they probably get everything ready for him, and then maybe he gives, because I even think I was talking to somebody, I think it was with Stearns, I think once a week they would have about a 15-minute meeting where they go over things, and they would pretty much just tell Howard what their ideas were, and he'd be like, I like that, don't like that, let's do that.
I heard an old episode of Stern.
And they would set it all up. Yeah.
It was Jackie, it was Fred, it was Robin, and it was Howard. They were talking about Lotus Notes, and what they would do is they would leave the station after the show, and they would be in contact the entire day. If they had an idea, they'd put it in the Lotus Notes, and then everybody on that group could see that, but that's what they would do all day long.
Yeah, some other shows do that too. Yeah, we haven't gone with the Lotus Notes. We do text or anything. If it comes up. Yeah.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, the clip I was listening to is, I think, from 93.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean, that's still a legit program, I think, that some people use. And there are still others, there's Evernote and some stuff like that people use. But yeah, so that's kind of the breakdown on it. But yeah, it'd be nice just to be able to abbreviate things. And that's one thing you're always trying to do, is simplify stuff. So you've got today's Alien Day. That's one thing that's going on. And then conspiracy theorists are just losing their minds today. Over April 26th. Now, this is kind of weird. I will say, I don't know what this is all about, and I never heard of this station. So, I mean, maybe it's like a pirate station and somebody set this up and they worked this all out conveniently. So this could be something to try to make some news where there's no news at all. But in New York City, I think somebody was actually driving in Jersey when they got this, and there were a couple other people that got it as well. AM 1630, a radio station there. And I think it's like an emergency alert station or something like that. I don't even know what it was. So maybe if you have any kind of emergency stuff, that's where you go. And who knows, because we're hearing about people hacking radio stations and whatnot too. But somebody got in yesterday, and this was all over the internet last night. Conspiracy theorists are just, like I said, losing their mind over this. And it sounded like it was playing on repeat, Trump, April 26, Trump, April 26, Trump, April 26, Trump, April 26. And people are like going, okay, what does this mean? What's going on? Here's the audio. Somebody took my shit out of program.
The government.
More conspiracy. Okay, here it is.
Trump, April 26. Trump, April 26. Trump, April 26. Trump, April 26. Trump, April 26.
So
You saying February 26 or
April.
I can't hear shit.
Today.
well, you got on a knit cap and you got shitty headphones.
Yeah, my right headphone is completely out.
Yeah,
you do have
put
a
your
lot working against you.
Yeah, you're putting your headphones over a big fur cap.
So it was saying Trump.
Yeah, Trump, April 26. There it is again.
Trump, April 26. Trump, April 26. Trump, April 26. Trump, April 26.
Yeah, that was just going on over and over again.
So what's the theory?
Well, the other thing that's going on today is Donald Trump has invited all the senators to come to the White House. And he wants to debrief them on what's happening with North Korea. Now, typically, the president's done this before, summit all the senators together. But usually when they do it, they'll do it at Capitol Hill, where they pretty much are already. But instead, they're going to be bussing up all the nation's senators and taking them to the White House. And I don't know the last time this happened.
Huh.
And so, people who watch Designated Survivor, that Kiefer Sutherland show?
Yeah.
Where they had it where the president, vice president gets whacked, and then, here he is, the designated survivor. He's, and pretty much everybody in the government was wiped out in a terrorist attack. So people who've been watching that and then hear this are like, today's April 26th. They're going to take out the president and all the U.S. Senate. It's going to be chaos, and Russia's involved somehow.
How do you know that they don't have a guy named like Ronald Trump working there and they're trying to get a hold of him at dispatch? Trump.
What?
26, Trump 20. I forgot the date today. I'm trying to remember the date.
You didn't know the month.
I'm an idiot.
Like, what happened to his brain? It was starting to buffer again.
Buffering.
Oh, I'm struggling.
It was rough. Yeah, who knows what it is? But, that's why I'm just saying today is a weird day where it's like so many people are convinced that,
People love a good conspiracy theory.
They do.
People had conspiracy theories when we got fired in Miami.
You're right.
There were all types of.
Yeah.
Kevin left Virginia and Bird behind. He's starting his own thing.
Yeah.
Virginia was mean to management, so they fired us.
Yeah. Yeah, I admit that audio is weird. But, like I said, the credibility. Now, if like every radio station in New York City was tapped and that's what it was saying or something like that, you're like, okay, what's going on?
Well, then why would they do that, though? I mean, are they trying to give the people a message? Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, when you deal with terrorism, I mean, half of it's mind-fucking a population. So if you took over every radio station in New York City, you play an announcement like that, and then somehow you take care of the president that day, that'd alarm a lot of people, don't you think?
Yeah, that would definitely mind F everybody.
I think
that's what they want.
I think the whole country would be like, oh my gosh, there's some kind of like, that's where you're like, this is Illuminati, this is some kind of whatever, this is dark this, dark that. Like, okay,
They're coming for all of
our
us.
government's not even in control. We don't even know who's in control. But I mean, that's not going to happen.
Would you be?
But yes, it would freak everyone. I'd be freaked. I'd be losing my mind if that happened.
Would you be 100% shocked if you found out the Illuminati was real? Would you be completely say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it," or would you be like, "All right, that kind of makes sense"?
And that Jay-Z is leading it.
No, I think
Look, there's been talk.
Yeah,
I know.
I think there's probably a lot of little, groups, power groups that get together and have an alarming amount of power and control over things. But I mean, so has been, government to the ends of time. I mean, that's always happened, where you have a handful of powerful people that pretty much run the population.
But would this be people that are above the president of other countries? Are these other people that are just running the world, and then the world leaders answer to them?
These would be people on the side that ultimately have control. I mean, they kind of dabble this a little bit on Scandal, where, there's a secret, almost like it's not CIA, but it's a shadow group that just goes and does all these like despicable things that the U.S. government would never want to admit they do to manipulate world politics and outcomes. Those kind of things happen. And then power groups and how they might try to go in and manipulate and take over the true control, and the president might be a puppet.
Guys, wouldn't you love to know the truth? If all that shit was real, if there was a secret club that's like they're running everything. Everything you see, they're basically directing it. Like the Truman Show.
That's probably part of that. I mean, they've had that. There's that group in Yale that they've talked about, and they've done some things on that. It's kind of a dark, mysterious group, and very influential people have belonged to this. George W. Bush, I know, when he was at Yale. Yeah, Skull and Crossbones. Yeah, when he was at Yale, he was there, and they have kind of like a crypt-looking place where they meet, and it's one of those things where they wear the robes and the candles, and it's mysterious like that. And yeah, so they've done that kind of stuff where you got those power groups.
Have they not made a movie about that yet?
Well, they made some corny movies about it, but yeah, they have. They've tackled it, and there's a shit ton of documentaries on that kind of stuff.
Okay.
The Illuminati kind of shit. There is a part of society that definitely believes in that.
Yeah. So, and it goes crazy. I mean, part of this conspiracy group, they were the ones that were talking about. They believed that President Obama had this, secret group, and he was going to stay in power, and he's going to overthrow the government, and he was going to come to Texas and take all your guns. And you got nutballs like that Alex Jones that's screaming and saying all this stuff is going to happen. And
he's another one that gets people fired up.
Absolutely, yeah, because he says these alarming things, and then people are like going, "Oh my gosh." And I'm not sure what his accuracy is, but somebody ought to probably break that down, because at least the stories I know about Alex Jones, it's not that great.
Okay, so the Illuminati, it wouldn't shock you. What about if you found out that the government knew about aliens? Would you be shocked about that?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, what if you found out?
I understand why they're doing it. I would probably be like, and it may be something where either one, they don't have control over the situation, they themselves are scared about it, and they wouldn't want to inflict panic because of what it could do.
Imagine if you are in the government, you've seen some alien shit gotten out, and it didn't go well, and now you have to live with that secret. I'm sorry, I'm blowing the whistle on that. I got to tell you guys about that.
You definitely wouldn't be able to keep a secret.
No way. No, not that.
It's too big.
The guys, it's real. They want to kill us.
Yeah, and I think if they do know, that's why it wouldn't surprise me, because they've got to keep it secret.
There's a theory.
Panic.
For a better good, yeah.
There's a theory that humans know about aliens know about humans. Aliens don't really like us, but they're just like, guys, #be cool. Don't fuck shit up, and we won't fuck you up. And that's a theory some people have.
Okay, I get it. Seems pretty good.
I like this. Almost like 2 podcasts of alien shit.
So what do they mean by fuck shit up? Like nuclear bombs
and stuff, I don't know.
And destroying the planet?
I don't know.
Like we're already doing?
Yeah, I think that they are not happy about nukes.
Nukes are like real fucked up.
Because I think that can fuck up their agenda on stuff. And they,
space garbage.
During all the time, if you research a lot of this stuff, you'll see that UFOs became big time when they were doing all kind of missile testing and bomb testing. A lot of stuff started happening. It didn't happen back in the day, and then all of a sudden we start dropping missiles and bombs, and we start seeing fucking pods in the sky. Now, I can't prove it. You're only going by people's encounters and their versions of stuff. But when you've got military people and you've got former government officials saying, guys, there's something weird out there. Astronauts that have been out to the fucking moon saying, yeah, there's something weird out there. I'm going to believe those fuckers.
Okay.
Do you think the aliens are mad about space garbage?
I don't think they like. Would you like space garbage?
No.
If they're like trying to get from point A to point B, and they're like going, we got to slow down always around Earth because there's so much crap floating around out here.
Yeah, we're like someone broke it down and said Earth is like the teenagers. We're like, we don't give a fuck. We're like, yeah, man, Earth, this is great. We got oceans and shit. And aliens are more evolved, and they want to scold us.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're driving from here to Tampa on that Highway 27, which is already bloody enough. You get through Yeehaw Junction, there's always burning couches in the middle of the road. You'd be like, hey, Yeehaw Junction, what the fuck, man?
Why is there burning couches in Yeehaw Junction?
I don't know, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of the way aliens, which we are Yeehaw Junction.
Yeah.
And we got burning couches. And they're like going, come on, guys. We're just trying to get from point A to point B, man. Clean it up. Here's that email I got from Troy in Orlando about Jaybird's Code 5 on the ride. Yeah, I referenced it on the regular show today. And he said the Code 5 stands for protein spill. We also tend to attach words to the Code 5 to better describe the situation. For example, Code 5 red for blood, yellow for pee, brown for poop, and I'll let you guess what Code 5 white is.
Sperm?
Jizz?
Jizz? What the fuck are
Maybe
they
somebody's
doing?
having sex on the ride?
Is that what that is? Is
Maybe
white?
that's, I don't know.
I think code white means sperm.
Really?
Think about it. You're up on the ride, you get a little hangy.
You're right.
If you're a quick comer.
Cum is clear.
Oh, wow.
Is it sperm? Are people jerking off on the Hulk ride? How? How could they even do it? I can barely even see.
Denny's, we're going back to Universal.
I can't go on that ride.
You got to go on the ride, and you got to jerk Denny's off.
Denny's gonna have to jerk Kevin off.
All right, Denny's, you're jerking Kevin off.
It's for science, Kev.
I can't. I get motion sick.
You're gonna have a code white, code brown, and code yellow.
I can't jerk Denny's off.
No, you
That's
can't.
just not cool.
All right, I guess I'm jerking off Denny's.
He said, unfortunately, I wasn't working when Jason came by the Harry Potter ride, which is where he works.
Too bad.
But I did hear when the call went out to the entire park that Hulk had to go down for a massive Code 5. That was the quote, massive Code 5.
I don't see how they could have wrote it after because it all happened so quick. I said I was sorry. Throw up was everywhere. The guy that was working there didn't realize it till his hand was in it. That's when the code. I thought he said code 4, but I guess he was code 5, code 4, whatever the fuck he said.
Code 4 is a little bit of vomit.
Then
Code 5 is a lot.
Then I looked at my sister. She's like, "Oh, this isn't good." So we kind of walked off really quickly, and I was thinking, "There's no way they can ride that again. It's fucking covered in vomit."
I realized after listening to the show that it was Jason because it was the only time that day the Hulk went down for that reason.
That's it. I mean, that had to have been me. It was the Hulk, and it went down.
Code 5.
Yeah.
That's the second time you found out from somebody else about me throwing up.
Yeah.
Someone
You always leave a mark wherever you go.
PGA. Someone said, "Oh yeah, man, we heard someone threw up."
Yeah, when
It
you
was-
threw
At
up
the
in the
Honda
hallway, yeah.
Classic in the hallway at PGA National.
They saw it on surveillance footage.
If you're gonna make someone throw, or if you're gonna throw up, make people talk about it.
Whatever happened to that footage? I thought they were going to send it to us.
I don't know. I'd love to see it. Yeah.
Anybody who has footage from the Honda Classic of Jason puking in the hallway, please. We'll trade it out for tickets. And also, if they have footage at Universal of you throwing up on the Hulk.
That's the money shot. That's the well, I don't know. PGA was pretty public and pretty horrific too. It was that actually might have been worse.
If we can get both and they can set them to music, that'd be awesome.
What a fuckface I am. My God.
He said, too, they've actually toned down the Harry Potter ride. It used to be worse. He
Really?
said, yeah, the current motions of the ride vehicles are tamed down from the original version. Because, yeah, I guess so many people were getting sick on it.
And I had never seen this before. The one I got sick on, they didn't dick around about anything. You couldn't even have glasses. If you we got to the line. They made us go back because we still had our phones in. You weren't allowed to have anything because there's so much moving. They don't want to take the risk of it falling out.
Wow.
Yeah, it really, if you're not a person that goes on a lot of roller coasters, it will jar you loose, Tiger.
Yeah, I hear you. So I don't do it. And I had the idea, maybe they ought to put like how intense each ride is, with kind of like a vomit emoji that you get, that green face.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 1 to 5. Because there are some, I can probably handle like a 2, maybe even a 3. But a 4 or 5, I'd be like, not even going to try. In fact, a 3, it's probably the same thing as like a hurricane. 1 or 2, I'll try to ride it out. 3, 4, 5, no.
Yeah, I don't think you would have done well on almost all of those rides, Kevin.
I don't think so either. I'm not great. That's why I don't ride rides. I don't apologize. I'm just like going, look, it's like it's not worth it.
It's not for you. If I was like
No.
that, I wouldn't want to go either.
No, I mean, how can you have fun
You can't.
when you're that motion sick and you feel awful? And it's hours afterwards. It's not even like, 10 minutes.
Well, I will always take Dramamine before. They say it totally helps, big time.
Okay, yeah, because I think it has to do with the fluid in your ears. And somebody had sent in a text saying as you get older, it thickens and it gets worse. Your motion sickness, actually, they say gets worse as you get older.
Yeah,
Really?
I thought mine had gotten better. But
I had gotten several emails. You're getting old, dickface. That's why you're feeling this way. I'm like, all right, well, thank you.
yeah, Michelle says about the rating system, come on, what are you talking about? When it comes to rides, no matter where you go, there are signs everywhere warning people. before the line, several times in line, and a huge one right before the ride. There's no such thing as ride rating system. You're either a little bitch or you're not.
I could tell that email had a tone just by the opening line. Yeah, well, you know what? You're tougher than me, and all right, go get him.
Another Michelle said, OMG, laughing so hard about Jaybird getting shocked, trying to get over his stuttering problem and using the shot collar.
I don't think we helped.
With the tongue twisters. I've been watching on Apple TV. It's the way to do it. Just had a tummy tuck a week ago. Didn't have a pillow. Ouch.
Oh.
LOL. Hashtag V understands.
I do understand.
I'm not kidding about that shock thing. I know every shocker we're always like, this is the best. We're like weed dealers. This is the best weed you'll ever get. This one, honestly, is the best shock thing we've ever had. It will drop
pretty
them.
good.
We upgraded.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, like I said, set on, was it level 2? I think is where we went. That feels like a B
No,
thing.
I think
No,
you
we went up
won?
to 5.
Oh, you went to 5, but what was the one we started on?
Two.
Because I've only, 2 feels like it does. It feels like a bumblebee sting.
It got to the point today, it was so numb that you were shocking me, and I wasn't sure if you were shocking me or if it was over. Like it was like vibrating.
It was resonating.
Yeah, it was weird.
We had that story yesterday. The guy found out why his girlfriend didn't want him in the delivery room when she gave birth. It's because she had a one-night stand. She wasn't sure if he was the father or not, and she didn't know how to put it or say it, and she wanted to see what came out first.
That was very sad.
Yeah, it was. But I can't believe how many people are going, oh my gosh, there's so many people that have to deal with this.
Yep, the whole one-night
That's what's
stand
blowing my mind.
in the relationship thing can fuck it all up because they're trying to get away with cheating. They think, okay, I made a mistake. No one's got to know about it. I'm never going to do it again. Holy fuck, I'm pregnant, and it could be my boyfriend or the guy that I slept
It's
with.
a very common problem. I can't tell you how many texts, emails, just even follow-up calls that we got on that. It's crazy. One of the emails from Rachel said, 2 of my family members on separate occasions, 2 of them, had this happen to them.
Wow.
2 different family members she had this. The one had his girlfriend and family go and have her baby shower. She went out of town, had the baby out of town, and the real dad showed up for that.
Oh my gosh.
My family member walked in 3 days after she had the baby and was told that it wasn't his.
Oh man.
So she bolted town like, okay, you think, oh, okay, my girlfriend's about to have my baby. Then all of a sudden they disappear. Like, where the heck are they? And you find out, what, you gave birth in Tampa? And you're like going, okay, so you drive to Tampa to see your baby. Like, whole way you'd be like, why?
Why'd you do this in Tampa?
And then you walk in like going, oh, I'm sorry, it's not your baby. And you're like,
oh.
that is gut-wrenching.
Going to the
Talk
bar.
about a kick in the nuts. Oh my gosh.
It's life-changing.
The second had the baby and played it off as my family members, but the baby wasn't mixed with black. Unfortunately, the family members still talk to both.
Wow.
So I guess they're still in the kid's life, even though they're not the biological. So I don't know. I guess is Rachel black and the baby didn't show any darker skin tones.
Families will give you some drama.
Yeah, man, that's heavy.
There's families out there. They're like, oh, we never have drama. Like, wait, what? How do you go through this life and not have some drama?
I know, that is weird.
I don't think you necessarily panic because I think a lot of these too are when you've been with somebody that is so genetically different than yourself or the person you're in the relationship with. Because if you're all like, both black or Asian or white, you're like, okay, I can probably play this off. But if, you're white with black or, Asian and black or,
if you're a white girl
Asian,
and you're dating a guy that looks like Ed Sheeran and then you sleep with a guy that looks like Flo Rida.
That's when you're
all
all
these
these stories
trouble.
have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So otherwise, and what's really scary is when you have people, how often is this really happening? Because the stories we're hearing are when you got huge genetic mismatches. So think about how often it's happening when you have people that are more closely genetically matched
the baby kinda looks
with
like
skin
me.
and hair color that are completely passing that off.
I would bet my life on it. Someone listening right now has got a child that they are acting like the father is the real dad, but it's not, and they're living with that secret. I would bet anything on that is happening.
Oh yeah, no. So I mean that's kind of.
And they're living with that secret, and the dad doesn't know. The dad thinks that the kid is his.
That's heavy.
That's heavy, man.
That's kind of crazy. That's why I never sleep with a chick that is a close genetic match to you. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. It's from Greg in Fort Lauderdale. said, hey, recently one topic has come up in my life, and I wanted to see where you and your listeners stand on this subject, circumcision. I'm a 34-year-old male. I was born in Poland, which back then, Poland was like 90% Catholic, and so growing up, my parents always told me that circumcision is reserved for Jews as a religious thing, and Catholics and Christians don't do that. Well, recently I've come across more and more chicks telling me that they can't believe that I'm not circumcised. Some even would be reluctant to have sex with me because of it, and others would be disgusted, and some would actually like it and would be turned on by the fact. So I was just curious to see what a majority of people here have to say on this topic. I did some research online in medical forums, and there seems to be a division. Some say there are more medical benefits being circumcised, and others say there are more reasons not to do that. I just figured it'd be an interesting topic to bring up and see where the majority vote in South Florida. I got to tell you, honestly, I would think if you're an adult looking at it now, from what I've heard, it's excruciatingly painful. And
to go back and be circumcised as a man.
Look, right. Think about it.
Like maybe, as a baby, luckily you don't really remember the pain that you go through. And so, all right, thank God. I mean, I got the nick. I got the mushroom head.
Prove it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the nick too. It had nothing to do with religious. It was just like, we want you to have
I'm Christian. So I don't know. I think it was, done on, and some people say that. I think now there have been differing reports, and I don't know. I'm not even going to try to give an opinion on this because I don't know. I haven't gone in and done the medical research.
Well,
we've talked about it before, and I remember I thought from the conversations there were arguments on both sides for it.
There are definite camps on both sides, but I trust my doctor, and my doctor told me it's better to do the circumcision. So Rocco is circumcised. And that's it. I mean, you trust your doctor, and they've been to medical school, and they're in the game every day. They're snipping dicks every day.
Well, you're the one on the show that's actually dealing with penis. You have to deal with it, pretty much on a daily basis.
I haven't.
Well, for Panda, if you guys are having sex, would you care if his penis had a bunch of skin on the top of his head? Would it gross you out? Would it be?
I think it would look odd because I haven't seen a lot of that. Most of the dicks I've seen are circumcised.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is. It's kind of like what you're used to.
But would it bother? Yeah. Would you be turned off by it? If Panda's nailing it in life, you're attracted to him. He's great.
No, I think aren't when you hard, they look the same.
I have never ever been around a hard uncircumcised dick.
All right, well let's put the call out.
I can Google. I'll Google
Unsheathed.
it. I'll Google. So what I type in? Erect.
I think when it's hard, doesn't they all look the same?
Erect.
No.
Penis. That is
really? There's extra skin, like it's got a turtleneck on.
Well, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, I mean, it would look just kind of like I don't know, I think it would look like a turtle head.
Or like a squash almost, but like a squash.
I need to see it.
I'm doing it.
Oddly enough, all dicks look like turtles. Some look like they have turtle necks. Some just look like they're straight turtle heads.
I'm not gonna lie, circumcision.
I think that'd be the best way to put it visually.
Easiest word to spell.
I don't know. I think I need to see it in person.
Circumcision. How the fuck do you spell it?
Something tells me you misspelled it.
Okay, here we go. I think Virginia's right, man. I think there you go, V.
They all look the same.
No.
When you have a bone, I think they look the same,
when
right?
When there's a boner, it looks like there's some overlapping skin. Now, I think every penis is going to be a little bit different, and I think the skin's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, here's the look of it, Virginia, if you want to see uncircumcised versus circumcised.
Boom, look at that. I mean...
Yeah. One of them kind of looks like an anteater trunk. The uncircumcised looks like an anteater trunk.
The uncircumcised is definitely less appealing visually, but maybe it's just because it's what I'm used to.
And it could be preference, yeah.
I mean... I haven't seen a lot of uncircumcised dongage.
Yeah, that's, I think, pretty much what it is. Yeah, and there's one right there, uncircumcised.
Wow, literature about this. Wow.
Yeah, there is. So, like I said, it's, I think, just kind of like mainly what you're used to.
A lot of times they make those drawings. They always make the penis real small. And I kind of like that. It makes me feel good.
Makes you like, okay, I'm not. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they never make the drawings like this guy's packing so much.
They're not like porn stars.
Like, look at that. That's not that big of a peen.
Yeah, like in the one over here.
It's a baby though, Japers. That's an infant. So
it was all encouraged.
Point out the cock that most resembles yours. Jaybird pointed out the infant.
Baby dick.
I didn't see the fucking toddler.
It's a fucking baby.
It's a cartoon.
Oh, my incisions.
See, that one makes me feel good. Jaybird, that's a baby dick.
Look, it's a little baby next to it. It's a drawing. She's like, that's a baby dick.
He was so excited.
I was.
He was like,
I was like,
oh,
see, I'm normal.
I'm not that bad.
Man,
For an infant, you're normal.
Grown-ass man.
if I'm an infant, I'm packing some fucking serious heat. All right, now I'm actually depressed.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Amazing how quickly it can shift.
Oh, no, life turns on you on a dime.
It does. All right, somebody sent in a text. Hey, Kev, what happened to Virginia's company-wide poop email from her sudden death loss? Yes, she drew the low card today. And so for that, she has to send a company-wide email.
We've got it. I've got the blank email here in front of me.
Okay.
Me and Denny's figured out how to send it to everybody.
Good. Okay. This is going to everyone in our corporation from all the different markets, all the way to our big corporate bosses in Portland, Oregon. Everyone in this building is going to get it. And the thing here, Virginia has had a massive, messy, poopy dump, and she's clogged the toilets, and she's embarrassed by it. And I think that you need to start off in addressing it. Patty handles a lot of these kind of things.
Yeah.
And you need to start off with, Patty, I'm so embarrassed, and I'm putting this in an email because I didn't want to risk coming to you in person and having someone
Hold
over.
on. Slow down
But
over there.
he can't. He's free forming. That's what they do.
I don't type that fucking fast.
But he thinks that fast. That's not. Yeah. I think the Bronx.
Slow down, Seacrest. Patty, I got that.
You can't stop that. You can't stop him.
Yeah, I would say something to the effect of, Patty, I'm so embarrassed that I'm coming to you in email. It's a typing contest because I didn't want to risk saying this in person.
That's good. We'll make it real believable.
Yeah.
Not over the top hokey.
Fearing that someone might hear me.
Do we mention anything about the hernia? Because that could be kind of a good
Yeah.
thing.
I'm not sure if it's because of my recent medical procedures.
Oh, that's awesome. Procedures. It could be so many poop things.
Yeah. But I'm not pooping the way I used to.
Is pooping? Is that too goofy?
But my
Yeah. It's too goofy.
But
Medical.
my bowel movements are not as regular as they used to be.
Is that still?
That's how you would say it clinically, right?
What do you think, V? Is bowel movement sound like we're joking around?
Yeah.
I think it does.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe like just you're having issues.
My
Your pooter or your cooter?
my pooter or my cooter. I would never talk to Patty
I know.
about my pooter
I
or
know.
my cooter.
I know you wouldn't. I was just for levity. Just for levity.
Oh gosh.
So what do you have right now? You have.
Patty, I'm so embarrassed that I'm coming to you in this email. I didn't want to risk coming to you in person, fearing someone might hear me. But, because of my recent medical procedures,
You had I had an accident in the bathroom, and it was pretty bad.
I had an accident in the bathroom, and it's pretty bad. Okay.
Do you like that, Kev?
Yeah.
Gosh.
I mean, just looking at all the emails, it's Columbus all.
Oh, it's
It's
Amarillo all, Chicago all, East Texas all.
They're gonna be like, who the fuck is this lady?
Let me see. Because of this accident, I'm afraid that the bathroom is
Unusable.
unusable.
Because of my accident, the bathroom is now unusable. The bathroom.
Someone knows so
is
they can fix it.
now Unusable.
And definitely, you're like, I feel.
just wanted to tell you.
How about I'm so mortified by this?
Yes. You got that to have shame and embarrassment.
Yeah, I want to let someone know so they can fix it. I'm so mortified by this.
And if you can, please just keep it between us.
Please keep this Please keep this between us.
I'm so mortified.
Yeah, there you go. And I think that's it.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's good.
Okay.
Virginia's still typing, Kev. You beat her in the typing contest.
Because of this accident, I'm afraid that the bathroom is unusable. I want to let someone know so they can fix it. I'm so mortified by this. Please keep this between us.
Yes. Virginia Sinicki.
Signed, Jason Pennington.
Don't be a dick. You lost today. Oh, no. You're not getting your poop on me. You are now the Alpha Media poop queen.
I know I have to take it, but I would really like to write Jason Pennington.
I know you would. And I would like you to write Kevin Ralston. So
okay.
No.
Let's shake on it.
Okay.
Does she need to sign it?
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Okay.
I wouldn't write West Palm Beach.
You would write Virginia Sinicki.
Yeah, I would just put, Virginia Sinicki, KVJ show, West Palm Beach.
But she knows I'm in West Palm Beach.
But you could have that thing where, where it's...
I'll just
because, actually for me, because I've got...
You have a timestamp
My thing
thingy.
says Kevin Ralston, the Kevin, Virginia, and Jason show, 97.9 WRMF, South Florida. It's got that. It's got my Twitter, my Instagram, my cell. It's got all that kind of
even
stuff.
on your company one, too, right?
On every...
Yeah.
Yeah. On everything that I put out.
I see why you are concerned about that, Virginia. You think we're tipping our hand, but I think you're good.
Yeah, that's standard. In fact, that's self-generated every time my email comes up. Okay, so the email to Patty, I'm so embarrassed by this that I am coming to you in an email because I didn't want to risk telling you in person, fearing that someone might hear me. I'm not sure if it's because of my recent medical procedure, but I had an accident in the bathroom and it's pretty bad. Because of this accident, I'm afraid that the bathroom is unusable. I wanted to let someone know so they can fix it. I'm so mortified by this. Please keep this between us. Okay.
Should she put the www.kvjshow.com or that's fine? It looks weird to me, V.
Oh, does it?
I would take that off.
I always put that.
I hear you.
Yeah, you can. I have Kevin Ralston, the Kevin, Virginia, and Jason show, 97.9 WRMF, South Florida.
You could put just...
I have kvjshow.com, and I have my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and cell on there.
That's good, V. That looks good. She just put Virginia Sinicki, KVJ show, Alpha Media, West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
I think that'll work.
Okay, Patty, I'm so embarrassed that I'm coming to you in email.
Okay. Got it?
Got it.
All right, so we're going to send that off, and then tomorrow on the regular show, we'll read off the responses that we get from it or whatever rumblings we hear about it.
You may not have to wait till tomorrow. I have a feeling people are going to...
Well, the audience will find out, yeah. People will be on it today.
Oh, my email's going to be flooded.
Yes.
Just like the bathroom.
Yep. We will
That's
put
the
together all the
worst.
comments for tomorrow. So,
because some people aren't going to even know it's a joke because they're going to read it. That's fucking gross. And they're going to move on with their day.
They're going to laugh, yeah. So about 7:25 tomorrow morning, you'll hear the outcome of that. All righty. That's going to do it for us for today. Tune in to tomorrow's KVJ show. I want to say thank you so much to Buzz Chicken and Seafood. 7 different locations in Palm Beach County. Go check them all out. Find one near you because if you're in Palm Beach County, they got to be near you, and try that bird sauce. Just don't put it in your computer bag right next to your laptop because sometimes it can explode.
Well, that's just that's me bragging about that bird sauce. I took it to Orlando because I wanted to put it on other food because they don't have a Buds in Orlando, and it exploded in my bag, but that shows you the power of the bird sauce. Try it today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. There's your testimony. You guys have an amazing day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.